They made it look like a tree.
That's so
That's
epic.
hilarious.
What's up, Tibs?
It's that time again.
Morning.
And it's that place again. Okay, so check this out. Normally right now we are eating oatmeal, but today is just one heck of a busy day. What do you have to say about it?
I woke up this morning, and sometimes, you know when you have a stressful day coming and you wake up and you're kind of like this, like that's what I did when I woke up this morning. I was like, all right, let's do it.
I'm really looking forward. Oh, we don't get to take the weekend off because we're working for somebody. No!
So Sean and I just stopped and got some dirt, but we didn't need as much as usual, so we just used some buckets today. And at the same time, there was this elderly gentleman doing the same thing, using buckets and putting them in his trunk.
He had like a ton of 10-gallon buckets, and then all these other little like planting pots and things like that. So
yeah, so Sean and I were right there. We're like, oh well, we'll just help you real quick, because Sean was just saying, I think we saved that guy like an hour of work, because he was gonna line them all up and then use this little shovel, and we just like scooped them and then put them in there for him. But
he was 88. And he was just like very slowly bend over, put this one down, go back over to his car, get the next one, come bend over, put it down, had this small little shovel and everything, and we were like, I can just get that done for you right now and save you some time so you can go home and plant your plants or whatever.
I don't know what it is about helping elderly people, but it always gives me a really good feeling in my heart for some reason.
Yeah.
And it reminds me, yesterday on the way home driving, we saw this older lady, like probably around the same age, like had to be at least 70s, if not late 80s. And she was in her front yard, and she had a hoe, and she was whacking away at the ground, and she was dressed nice in a little pink outfit, and her hair was done, and she had a little hunchback, and she's out there whacking and taking care of her own yard. And I was like, see, and then we have these people like our age or close to our age. They're like, oh, I don't want to pick up my own dog's poop. I'll just have somebody else do it.
I think the reason I like it is because they take work that for me would take 5 to 10 minutes to do, and for them it'll take an hour. And they don't shy away from it. Like, yes, it's more difficult. Yes, they know it takes them longer, and they still go do it. And I don't know. Something about that is very lovable to me. I like people who work hard.
We have an invader in our truck.
What? Oh, there is a beetle. Beetle?
A beetle.
Yeah, a beetle. Tibs, what are you doing? Yeah?
Hi.
There's the dog. The cat's out here somewhere.
She just went back in when the dog started barking.
So, this is our makeshift setup to keep Tibs in. It allows us to keep the door open. So, today was, I guess it was good. I'm trying to be, I guess, more honest in some ways. Like, I'm more, not more honest with the vlog, but a little more open. I'm starting to get more comfortable. And I feel like it's important to talk about some stuff. And I don't have big complaints about today. I don't want to spend a lot of time complaining, but today was difficult. And we lost about 3 hours of time that was originally meant to be used online, and then we went to do a job, and it turned out the job didn't need to be done. By the time we had figured that out, we had spent probably about 2 hours working at it already. Now, because of what we figured out, we're going back. We have an even bigger job in a couple weeks there and make more money and everything like that, but it's very frustrating to go, like, have a plan and then have it screwed up and then have that screwed up, and then at the end of the day you're like, okay, originally I was supposed to get all these goals done, and then that didn't work, so I was supposed to make some money, and then here we are at the end of the day and oh yeah, nothing happened. I'm trying to not be too, like, I was really frustrated earlier. I was very frustrated. So I'm trying to not be like too like aggressively frustrated. And it's not a client's fault. It's Tina, and we absolutely love Tina. It was just kind of a situation. But with as busy as we are right now, I don't have time to like waste time. And so losing those hours today when I was feeling good, especially because the past couple weeks, we haven't tried not to show it too much, but I've had a lot of health moments that have been really rough. The past 3 days, I've spent the last half of each day hiding with a migraine in a dark room. Woke up with a migraine today, and to go out and push yourself through being sick, trying to get it all done, and then to realize, A, I didn't get done my goals, B, I didn't actually make the money I was supposed to. You get really frustrated at the end of the day. So I'm trying to get over that. I'm gonna go shower, and I think I'll be okay in a bit. But man, I was pissed off, wasn't I?
Yes, he was. We finished one job though this morning, and she paid us right there. She said, "How much do I owe you?" I said, "Yes, please."
Yep. Because of today, we actually have probably a full week's worth of work lined up next month, and that's great. So I'm trying to not be too unhappy about that, because that's great. Not only that, but because of how it all happened, I freed up this Tuesday to do stuff I was supposed to do today. So I'm okay. But for a minute there, I was just sitting in the truck in the passenger seat, staring at the window and fuming and trying to keep my mouth shut, because I don't want to bite people's head off for no reason when I'm angry. Aside from that, we did make us some money, and the Tibs was much better today.
He was, yeah, he spent a couple days on his own today. Hey girl, what's up?
The past few days, he'd been grouchy. Today is much better. I'm pretty sure we discovered he has another tooth that cut that we didn't even realize it was cutting on the same side.
Here.
Yeah, he's got now 5 on the top and 4 on the bottom. So he got 2 teeth in over the past few days, which is cool. And now he's disappeared. Where'd he go?
Oh, probably breaking something inside.
Oh yeah. Are you pulling the books off the shelf you know you're not supposed to get into? Yeah, we don't let you in those, do we, huh? Yep, okay, we're gonna put them back. There we go. To go along with that thought, we're trying to figure out, so we feel like we're decently like open with the vlog, or at least we did until the past few weeks when we started to realize there's a lot that we just don't show, we don't talk about. I've got my health problems, and we're always trying to like, oh, well, let's just show the fun part of the day. Let's not show any of that. And it presents a really, when we watch our vlog, we love it because we've got most of our, like, a lot of tender, intimate moments and things that we love. We've also realized that there's this interesting skew to it. You don't quite see, and not that you can ever completely see our real life. We don't quite see our real life because there's a lot we don't show and don't say that we've been thinking about. And I think we want to figure out how to be a bit more open. Some of that stuff is important to us. It's not all fun. And we like to think that we want to have a fun vlog, but the more we've talked about it, the more we've realized it's important to paint some of these things in the right way, to actually show what's going on. If we're going to have a vlog, let's actually like be honest about that stuff and not just say, hey, Sean's health is crap and it completely ruined this and he's pissed off. Let's not film any of it. Occasionally, you don't want a huge negative vlog, we know that, but occasionally, like, we want to be able to share that with you a little bit more. I'm not really good at that because I tend to like bottle that. I don't feel like I bottle it up, but I feel like I keep it to myself. I let it out at appropriate times, and so be patient with us as we figure it out.
We're just, you know, over the next while, we're just gonna practice being a little more real with y'all, and I think it will still be a positive thing overall and still be enjoyable, so stay tuned.
It's just the stuff that we cut out that when we watch it we realize there are holes from our life that we think should be there. Partly because I think it would make the vlog more round, and partly just because of us. We love our vlog. We want to see certain things of our life. We want to go back and remember it. And there are certain things we want our kids to someday see what we went through to get to the point where we could take care of them properly and things like that. And I feel like this is a really good way to chronicle that.
So here with Tibs, and what I've started trying to do is letting him help me a little bit in the kitchen.
Look at that scout. Went away, little frown.
And so tonight he's helping me season the chicken. So I handed him the salt, and he actually kind of like went like this in a way that made sense. And I was like, wow, Tibs, good job. I think I should show this to the camera.
You showed that to the vlog the other day too, when you were seasoning. Or
this time it was like, because the first time he did it, he just wanted to go like this, you know, and like spread it.
Oh, this time
and
he got the...
He was actually like trying to get it on the chicken. So that's good.
Why you get so smart, Tibs?
Can you put some of this? Put some of that on the chicken. Ooh. Yeah.
Is that enough?
Most of it landed next to it, but that's okay. Can I put some? You want to help me? You want to do it? Right here. That's usually what happens.
That's hitting me over here.
Okay. Just like this. Okay. But it was so cute the first time. I was like, I have to get Sean and make him film me. Because this is too cute. And I don't have 3 arms.
Yeah.
Mwah.
I am just laying down and hiding, unfortunately. But dinner looks good. Our neighbors, most of them elderly gentlemen, the kids are just watching, are outside dueling with Nerf guns. They just literally did the back-to-back walk around. I want to see if they do it again.
I think they're reloading.
This is Mark versus... What's the other neighbor's name, Matt? Oh, Mark definitely won that.
You know what's funny? What's funny about that is that this is a Nerf dart that Tibs brought in from outside this morning when I let Hectate out. And he was like, yeah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, it's a Nerf gun bullet. I think they know why.
Maybe they were holding regular duels outside.
Boink.
I mainly just think it's funny that it's the old guys out there doing it, and the young guys are running around wanting to play.
Yeah.
Those are our neighbors. That's awesome. We do really like, actually, most of our neighbors, and here, especially this year, we've had a lot more families move into the complex, which it was already about 50-50, but now we've got all these families and a bunch of like old retired guys, so everybody's just sitting out on the porch at night most of the time and chilling and getting to know each other. So it's actually really kind of nice because there's kind of a definitely more of a neighborhood and community that's developed over the last little while that we're really enjoying. We just had one of our other neighbors in here chit-chatting for half an hour or so before she went off to do something. She went to a music festival. Drum circle? Is that what? I guess there's a drum circle somewhere tonight. So yeah, lots of fun things. I really like having neighbors that are neighborly, but the problem is I also really like having neighbors that live like
5 miles away.
Yeah, I like one of them actually. We were just joking around, and he said the thing that makes good neighbors is distance. Yeah.
He takes his own diapers to the trash now. Oh, I think I showed you that the other day, but it's still so new and cool to me.
He also finds little pieces of trash on the floor and brings them to us and says, trashy. Never takes it just to the trash. He just brings it to us because he wants us to go with it. They're adorable.
It's that time again. Morning! And it's that place again. The Kyle Family Vlog with Tibs in the morning. Hello, hello. We are here in the truck waiting diligently for Sean to get out of King Soopers. He has gone in on a valiant mission to get us snacks and hydration for the day. We have a job in Monument today, which is about half an hour north, and it's not that it's a particularly grueling job, it's just that it's farther away than we're used to working, and we need to be out there pretty much all day and knock out as much as we can today. It's just gathering some pine needles, but tomorrow we have to use a special dump. We made an arrangement with this client, and so it's kind of a time-sensitive thing, so today we have to go and work quickly. I'm very tired. It's Friday and it feels like Tuesday, which is really sad. It should not feel like the beginning of the week at the end of the week. We also have to work tomorrow, unfortunately. I think we already told you that. So my weekend starts on Sunday. It'll kind of feel like it starts Sunday after church, because, you know, church is always this big get up and go, you know, like an event every week. And so it's not so much chillaxing that we like to do, where we just sit around and be bums and play Halo and stuff on the weekends. But Tibs is doing well.
Okay.
Hi, cutie Tibs. How are you, sweetheart? Besides, really cute. I love you. He's learning to frown, and sometimes he just gives us a random scowl now. Are you scowling? You scowl at me?
We're in the middle of a break, a lunch break, and Tibs has gotten some of his lunch pretty much everywhere.
We made it home. The boys are dropping like flies. He's out. Now it's my turn to make dinner, continue editing, publishing, blah blah blah. List never ends. Sean's down there laughing at me.
I gotta spend from basically now till forever,
Till forever?
From now till Tuesday, I have about a week and a half's work of online work to get done, so we'll see how that goes. I gotta start, or I gotta keep doing that tonight too, but I am exhausted.
I'm tired too. A good thing that came out of today is that the work went at a pretty good pace, so we do think that we'll be able to finish it maybe even under the estimate that we gave, which is good. And because of that, and because we were out working and with Tibs, the neighbor saw us working and came up and talked to us for a while. He now wants us to do the same thing for his yard, so we've got him scheduled for mid-June. But it was good. It was really kind. He had a lot of really encouraging, kind things to say about us just from watching us work out the window. He was impressed with us. Whatever. I guess there's just too many lazy people in the world these days. People don't know how to work anymore. Mr. Tibs, how are you after this long day? You look very tired, my son. It's only shortly after 7. Usually he looks like that sometime closer to 9 o'clock. Hey, buddy. I think he wants to go to sleep. I gave him a little bedtime treat. A bottle of vanilla almond milk mixed with a fruit drink, like a fruit smoothie drink. He likes it.
Is that time again?
Morning.
And it's that place again? Yeah, and we are here on site working on a Saturday morning. How do you feel about this, Tibs?
He has a Cheerio.
Yeah, you have a Cheerio, and he's excited to get out and play in the grass here. Good things and bad things. Yeah, today's been good and bad. We discovered we had a little financial setback. Not so big that it's like life ends, but big enough that we'll probably be waiting a month or two to buy that canoe we want.
Yeah, it's one of the more devastating parts, I suppose.
So, but yeah, we're here working on a Saturday, and that's life, I guess, sometimes, but gonna finish up this yard, and then, I don't know, I'm really excited for this kind of weekend thing we have coming up. Monday is gonna be kind of a half work day, half take it off since we're working Saturday, but what are your thoughts this morning, Nat?
How do you drink so much of this? This is not that great. I took one drink and I was like, Okay, let's do this.
I haven't drunk that much of it. And it's the first time I think I've ever bought that size, and I was like, I swear it's the first time I bought that size. Nat says I'm lying. I don't believe her. I don't recall having ever bought that size before. Tibs, are you having a good morning? Now that his... Did we tell them that we found another tooth that we didn't realize was coming in?
I think so.
Yeah, so now that both of his teeth have broken through, he's back to like happy little Chupa, runs around and plays, and he's a little tired right now, but once he wakes up, he's gonna be... He really likes playing in grass and dirt, grass and dirt, grass and dirt, and rocks.
There you go. Okay.
Okay guys, this is really funny. We're sitting there driving around the gas station out here in Black Forest, Colorado, and we see this. It's like what are these antenna things?
It's like a cell tower or something.
It's a cell tower or some type of antenna.
And they made it look like a bunch.
They made it look like a tree.
That's so
That's
epic.
hilarious. Black Forest, Colorado, making that technology blend in.
This kid, I was just taking a little snack break here with Tibs, and I had set the camera by the cooler over here, and then I went back to raking. And then I saw that he saw that I left the camera there, and he got this little look on his face, little mischievous look. And his face really did look like, ah, shucks, foiled again. It was so cute. You cannot have the camera, but it can stare at you. When you're a little older, I'll let you hold the camera for sure. Are those peanuts okay, buddy? Not exactly what you wanted. Okay. Well, while Sean is over there valiantly mowing, Tibs and I are sitting here gathering up the rest of the leaves and pine needles, and he wanted to wear my gloves. You are so cute. Dadgummit. Gloves. Can you say glove? Glove. Yeah, you can put stuff in the glove and hold it. Very good. What's up, Tibs? You having a nice ride there? Oh, we lost his piece of mulch. Sean's still mowing. We are so close to being done. At this point, I'm doing a mix of wrapping up the last bag for my task and keeping Tibs entertained. So here's another idea. Do you see Daddy, Tibs?
Today was a mixed bag, I have to say. So, had some bad news this morning, and that's frustrating because we've been really preparing to start scaling our online store. So, in doing that, we've spent a bunch of extra money on that. We're planning on this both to help with that, be part of our marketing budget for next month, and help pay rent, and you know, all those types of things. After kind of thinking about it, I'm actually really grateful we are where we are, because that is frustrating. What that means is that our trip to see Eric, we got to cut that short several days. So we called 3 different clients, or sent a text message to 2 of them and said, hey, we know you were thinking of having us come do some work somewhat soon. We're mostly booked for the next month and a half, but we have this week. Several days just opened up. If you want to book us, let us know, and we'll put you down for 1 or 2 days, depending on what you want. We did that, and our week is almost completely booked now. To be at the point where all we do is say, okay, well, we cut our trip short, and we come back and we work those days, we'll still be able to pay rent, we'll be able to do some of what we needed to do. Honestly, if we have to completely recover from that, it'll probably take us about 2 months. But at the end of that, we'll still be able to do the right things with our store.
Well, it just kind of slapped us both in the face, but had this happened to us even just 1 year ago, it would have felt 10 times more devastating.
Like, yeah, it would have been like, holy crap, what do we do? And now it's more like, we were considering buying this canoe, but it's not going to happen for a couple months. That's okay, that's life. Sad, but that's life. And we wanted to go on a slightly longer trip. There are a couple other little things we wanted to do. But what's funny is our biggest frustration didn't come from that stuff. It came from losing the advertising budget, because our online store right now is doing decently well, and it's at the point where we need to actually start putting some more money into the advertising budget and growing that. And so now instead of having the advertising budget, we have a couple weeks of work to do, and then we'll have the advertising budget. So I'm grateful for that. It's frustrating, but the more the day has worn on, the more I've just kind of sat there and gone, man, any other time up until now doing this would have really screwed with us, and now we're finally at the point that it's just like, we can recover. We can recover from that, and as long as we work hard, keep our heads down, it'll be okay. So today, while I was frustrated, I'm ending the day grateful. And I got myself marshmallows. I don't buy these hardly ever, because Nat thinks they're gross. They're like my second favorite thing next to ice cream, and so they are really bad for you. Like, I'll totally admit that, but I like our marshmallows.
I like cooked marshmallows in s'mores. I don't like to just sit and eat marshmallows out of the bag, you weirdo.
So if you see us working a lot next month, it's because we've got to earn that advertising budget back. Not my favorite, but a necessary evil. If we want to be able to do less landscaping, we're gonna have to go do some more. On the bright side of things, that gentleman was very nice. He's already scheduled us to come back to do some other stuff late in the year. We are having a really good, everybody we work for is scheduling us to come back and do more for them. So that's awesome.
Show them the truck.
Oh,
it's kind of ghetto right now.
Look at our truck.
The dump is closed right now. Okay,
the dump is closed, and that is like 8 bags, and they're all like, so on
top of.
It is super full and like squished down and filled up and squished down and filled up with leaves. Nat's on the phone now, so I'll come back here and talk and tell you what I was saying. Is let's turn a little bit of light on. We'll see if we can't get you to be able to see me here. But what I was saying is that it's so he paid us about an hour's worth extra as a tip, and he has a schedule to come back probably twice later this year. And the next door neighbor came over and talked to us for a few minutes. He's got us scheduled for work next month now, and he had to tell us how inspiring it was to see a family that's out working, and how Nat had the baby and then I had the baby, but we were both holding the baby while we worked, and then the baby would play, and then he said, and so not only did I watch you guys do that, but you have great attention to detail, and talked about how then he had Nat come and give an estimate for some extra work we're going to do for him. And he was like, yeah, he had somebody else come out and do an estimate, and it was like, I think $800 over hours and stuff like that. So things have been going good for us. There were some ups, even though it started out with a pretty low. Weird diversion. That was on the phone. That was a few minutes ago. So we have 2 mentors who we did a lot of research and built a lot of trust with them before entering any type of mentorship relationship. We have a couple semi-mentors, people that we know that we do get advice from things. They're very helpful, but the people who are really helping our business come from 2 different areas. We spent 3 days and you may have seen this, 3 days, 4 days now, 5 days, something like that, in real estate workshops with some of these mentors, and the whole time this kid was there. We're probably going to go later this year out to actually meet him, possibly next year for a week, and do some work with him. And when we do that, Tibs is welcome to come. Our real estate mentors have a program for your kids when they get a little bit older that Tibs will be a part of to teach him how to use finances properly. And we're grateful for all that. And then today somebody called us, it was somebody we had met just randomly, who wants to teach us how to be able to retire by doing something that doesn't involve any sales, and gives this list of things, and Nat and I are always willing to listen to pitches. We've listened to a lot of pitches, and most of them we don't think are worth investing in, buying into, whatever. This one, the way he was telling about it, I'm pretty sure it was network marketing, and he wanted to get us into let's sit down and meet and talk about this. We said, sure, we're willing to, we'd be happy to meet. Let's get together for lunch or something. And then he said, which would be better for you to get a sitter, 6:30 or 8? And we're like, oh, Tibs will just be with us. And he was like, no, we don't do business meetings with children. And I was like, in today's Nat and I have talked a lot about it. There's not great financial education in today's society unless you really seek it out. There's a reason that Tiberius is going to be with us. A lot of people we know like to say, oh, we went through rough times and I never knew how poor I was. Or I even have one friend who's like, man, we were actually really well off and I never knew it. And I know that that's generally said as like a virtue, like we never had to feel the pain of whatever. I actually think that there's a bit of a disservice to kids there in that they need to understand what you're doing with your finances, why you're doing that, and stuff. And so we want Tiberius to have the freedom to, whether he wants to go be a doctor and work at a hospital or start his own business, we want him to have those skills that we've been working to acquire. And so he will be there for business meetings. We want him to understand why we do things that we're doing with our finances. So he's there for those meetings. And so far other mentors have been great about that, but we just got chewed out on the phone a little bit by somebody who wanted to mentor us and was like, children have no place in business. And we're like, then you're not going to mentor us, and we're grateful for your time. Hope you find better people to pitch to. What are you saying?
And then Nat was like, peace out. My pork chops are worth more time.
And I was just respectful, and I said, I don't think that we're who they're looking for anyways. They really, the way it sounded like they're looking for motivated young individuals who are going to go out and start their own business, blah, 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 whatever it is they're doing. And that's not what we're doing at this point. We have plenty of businesses. We don't want to start anymore till these are, I don't know, maybe we have some employees taking care of stuff or whatever.
Sean and I both, from the moment this guy met us and started talking, our spidey senses and small red flags here and there were like, maybe. Like it was a strong maybe from the start.
Yeah, strong maybe.
So for it to end as a no is like, okay, whatever, let's move on.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us today. Come back tomorrow if you liked it. Okay, subscribe and share. Good night.
If you liked it, subscribe. If you liked it, thumbs up. If you liked it, comment.